many years ago, many years ago, long ago, once upon a time. You are most welcome to this episode of our African folk tales. Today's folktale is going to be about the people of a village who, out of sheer ungratefulness, neglected the orphans of a son of the land who in his lifetime was so generous and kind to the entire village, and how they suffered the resultant consequence of their irresponsibility. Once upon a time, Bayuko was a big business tycoon who lived in the village of Alama. Basically, he was a young farmer and a cattle owner. He was the richest of his time in the village. Unlike many of the rich, Bayuko was so kind and generous that he had successfully helped every individual in the village. He had also helped every family, and he was very loyal to his community. He participated in all social activities. He contributed money, to develop the community. He dug out wells for the people to use as source of water. He helped in the building of their schools, and many other social amenities were provided through this rich man. Now, one day, Bayuko went to the farm, and before he returned, he was bitten by a very venomous snake. So he was rushed home. Several attempts were made to heal the gentleman, but all proved futile. All his wealth were used to save the life of the gentleman, but none worked out. None of the attempts worked out. No healer could heal him. In the end, Bayuko died. His wife, out of love, wept profusely till she too joined her husband on the third day after his death. Now they died leaving two sons behind. Acho and Nara were their names. Now, to reward the kind man for his kindness, the people of Alama decided to come together to contribute money and foodstuffs and all they needed to give him a befitting funeral rites. In fact, every individual, family, and the whole community contributed so much that there was enough to eat and enough to drink. So his funeral rites was so lively. But after the funeral, his sons started tasting the real ordeals of life because everybody had deserted the orphans. Not even the family of Bayuko remembered the orphans. They were left to wallow in suffering, in agony. They slept hungry under no shelter. They walked naked in absolute loneliness. In fact, their situation was so pathetic, but there was nobody to sympathize with them in the village of Alama. So one day, the younger orphan by name Nara suggested to his brother that they should leave the village for any unknown destination. Perhaps God will have mercy on them somewhere, or somebody somewhere would come to their aid. If Alama was not the right place, perhaps somewhere would be the right place for them. But his brother declined. So one night, Nara slept, hoping to wake up in the middle of the night so that he could take off for anywhere at all. The first cock crowed. the boy woke up, took his hat, and also the only thing they inherited from their father, which was a flute. He took it, put it in his bag, and set off for his unknown destination. He got into the bush, moved into the forest, and the deeper he walked into the forest, the thicker the forest became. He walked to an extent that he became so exhausted, and the night was also very chill. So he wearily fell onto the ground. But fortunately for him, he fell on a very warm substance. And that was actually a python that had coiled itself on the ground. So it was a big python that coiled itself, and in between the coil was a hole. So the boy fell into the hole and felt very comfortable because the something was very warm. So he felt very comfortable and quickly or immediately fell asleep. That night was a good night for him. So he slept until the rays of the sun woke him up. He woke up to see all around him monkeys and animals. There were animals all around him, especially monkeys, looking at him. He was also looking at them. He felt very afraid, became very afraid immediately. He didn't know what to do. He dipped his hand into his bag, brought out the flute, placed it on his mouth, and decided to sing the sorrowful song that they used to sing at home when they were at Alama. What was the song? Na nko nyamaye, na nko nyamaye, 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 na nko nyamaye. So when they were in the village of Alama, this was a song they used to sing all around. Pity, asking their parents to return and help them out. Where are they? Where are you? Mama and Dada, where are you? Mama and Dada, where are you? 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 So when he removed the flute, he placed it against his mouth and started singing this song with the flute. Tanarang, 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 tan. 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 Before he realized, the animals started dancing in a circular form around him. They were dancing so much. They were happy. So he continued. Tanarang, 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 tan. 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 The animals danced so much. When they finished, they climbed the tree. The monkeys climbed the tree and brought him a lot of fruit. He ate and was full. They took him to the stream, gave him water, he drank, and he became part of the forest, or part of the animals. Every morning and every evening, the animals would gather, and he would sing for them. Tanarang, 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 tan. 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 They were always happy. So he became fully part of them. They lived. One day, a hunter bumped onto them dancing. So he shot into them and killed some of the animals while the others escaped. He captured the boy, sent him home, and made him a head boy among his children. He would also occasionally send the boy on his hunting expeditions. So the boy was very skillful. He could swim, he could wrestle, he could shoot with a gun. He was good at all of these things. One night, his master and foster father, the hunter, left for his hunting expedition, leaving them at home. The moon was bright on the sky, and so the earth was also bright. The children went out to play, and that night they decided to do wrestling. Nara was so strong that he picked a colleague, threw him to the ground, and the guy had a dislocation on his hand. So many people rushed towards him. You a fool, you a stranger, look at him. Hey, beat. The guy ran into the room, got hold of one of the guns of his master and foster father, escaped and ran with the gun. Where was he going? He went straight to Alama, to the village of Alama, his own village. When he got there, he looked at the village and said, this village, my people, I pity for you. You caused a lot of pain to us. My brother has gone. I have nothing to do. I can't help you out. Today is today. Let's meet. So he moved into the middle of the village where the people used to hold their debtors. He got there, and that day was a market day. And it was a taboo in the village to go to work on market days. So everybody was at home. So he got to the middle of the village and removed his flutes, placed it against his mouth, and started what? Singing their sorrowful song. Tandaran, 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 tan, tandaran, 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 tan, tandaran, 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 tan, tandan, 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 tan, tandan, 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 tan, tandaran, 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 tan. In less than 5 minutes, the whole village had gathered around him, enjoying the song. What you can when he realized that all were around, he removed his gun and told them, this is Nara, the orphan you neglected. I am going to pay bad for your bad, because you paid bad for the good my father did to you all. He removed his gun and they started running. He shot at them, shot right, shot left, shot front, shot everyone, killed the whole of what? Alama. All the people he met, killed all of them. Looked at himself. Tears ran through his, from his face. Tears ran through his cheek and he started weeping, pointed the gun at his chest, and off he was gone. He killed himself too. The end of the story. What have we learned from this story? The lesson we have learned, the biggest lesson, is that society is responsible for bringing up the child. Africans believe that the child is a gift from God to the whole of the society and not only the parents or the family of the child. So in the absence of the parents of a child, there must be a perfect replacement for the father and the mother of the child. There should be elders who should be able to take care of that child. Those days, elders were responsible for training the African child, even in the absence of their fathers. A relative or any elder could take a child, bring him up like he did to his own children. It was the same thing because he considered all of them the same. Today, the story is different, and that is not African. Africans believe the child is for all, and we are all responsible for bringing the children up. Because if we don't, and we leave them to go astray, they finally come back to hurt the society in general. So please, let's hold to this principle of Africa, where we all take care of the children, discipline them, bring them up in the best way so that they come back to benefit us. If they go wayward, for instance, an armed robber does not go to attack his parents alone. He attacked the whole society. And so please, let's do well to look after the less privileged, like the orphans, so that we will not be affected like the village of Alama suffered the bad consequence of their neglect and irresponsibility. Thank you very much. All the best. Bye bye.